All right, we had another question here. This is, let's see, I can't see it here, so I'm going to write it as 3.6. This is section 3.6, and we have a question for number 2. This one right here that's queued up right here. And so all this good stuff here that you see, this is the whole concept of functions in terms of points. And so really what's happening is here is this little 2, the input for 2 gives you output of 4. So this is defined to be a function. Instead of just having an equation, so this is the equation, you're saying if you input a 2 into f, you get a 4. If you input a -1, you get a -3. Input a +3, you get 2/3. Enter a pi, you get -3. So that's the f function. The g function is a little different. G function says if you enter a 3, you get out a +2. A -1 input gives you a -2 for the output. A 2/3 input gets you a 1 as the output. Okay, so this is really just, it's called ordered pairs. So you have the first number is always the input, technically it's our x value, and then the output is always the y value. Or in this case, it's going to be f of something gives you something else. In this case, it's going to be the y value. All right, so let's start inputting. I think with that understanding, it should be easy. Okay, at this point here, if we say f is equal to 2, that means the input here would be 4. It's that first one. All right, it's this little part right here. That's how we got that. All right, so we get, oh, sorry, 4. Okay, the next one on the list here. So inputting G3 for G, well, that's going to be this little part right here. Let me highlight that as I go. There it is. Input of G, or input of 3 for G gives you a 2 on the outside. So let's go with the 2. Okay, now input of 2/3 for G, the output's going to be just a 1. So let's enter that 1 there. Now we go to F. And this one says, if you take a +3 in for the f function, what do you get out? Well, the f function is here, so then we got to look over here, and this is what we're looking at right there. So it is 2/3. So I'm going to just put 2 divided by 3 as I input it. Okay, g -1. So now we're looking at our g function. Looking at -1 input gives you -2 for the output. So -2 or a -2. Then it says back to the f function. What happens if you put in pi? Well, it's going to be this one right here. Output's going to be a -3. So -3 put in. If you want to, you can even put a preview for this part right here because it's fractions here. All right, let's input it. Let's see. Submit it. Let's see we got it correct. Yes. In fact, we have all of them correct. That's cool. There it is. All right, hopefully that helps. This is 3.6, number 2.